Welcome back to Addams Family Mystery Mansion. This is the third update to 2022, and of course, because it is March, we are into St. Patrick's Day. And now, we're going to go into what little teasers that kind of came up. Well, there was only one, and that was more directly to me, but I figured I might as well share it because, by the time you already know what this is. But let me just go ahead and say this. Back in February, I said that I saw a key that basically kind of told me, well, yeah, here's the next update. Well, here's the key in question. So this is the gold key pass for this update that's coming up, or that's just going on now. And as you can see, when I said it looked Frankenstein-y, you can see where I was getting at from because of the whole way it was presented. But you might be wondering exactly what it is, and of course, you probably already know because of the pun. It is St.Patrick's. Yes, so that is the update. But before we go into showing you what the screen looks like, here is a video teaser. So yeah, that is the teaser in question, and as you can see, there's a lot of stuff here to kind of go for as far as what the video, basically just talking about the event being live and all that stuff. So before we go into depth, let's go ahead and dive right into the email that was sent by the team advertising for this update. A paintball showdown has begun. Here's the email for the Addams Family St.Patrick's event. So let's see this right here. Are you ready, paint-dripping warriors? In order to hide from a particular aggressive group of leprechauns, thanks to Fester, the Addams family goes all out in a post-apocalyptic paint war. Follow Wednesday as she hunts down her family with eerily precision, as she has already planned for a post-apocalyptic event since birth. Become the champion or face a paint-dripping fate. Very interesting there, but we got some, what's new. We got one of the items here. We got a bit of Socrates' new skin. We got a image of Wednesday, and we get one of the craftable items here. So let's just read this. One new seasonal cookie box with rewards from the St. Patrick's event. 10 new season outfits such as Paint Soldier Wednesday, Paint Champion Fester, and Paint Supply Socrates. 17 new decorations such as the Paint Turret, the Paint War Jeep, and the Paint Tray Bucket. Tray Bucket? Yeah. 10 new animations such as Attack, Throw Paint Grenades, and Hold the Line. Alright, so have fun with this St. Patrick's event. And of course there is a preview to what will the mansion look like, and here it is here. I will show this off during this part of the video so you get to see what's inside. But when the first game came out, there was no look of that, but there is now. So yeah, that's it for the email, so let's dive right back into the commentary. So as you can see, this is the update in question. So here are the patch notes that came within the App Store for both Android and Apple. Kind of give you a good idea exactly what was going on here and all that and more. And might as well show you that this is the title image for the new update that just came in. So you get a good idea what that looks like here, and it looks pretty interesting. I will give it that. One thing to note that I found fun is the fact that there is more space, or storage I should advertise for exactly. This was one of the updates in questions, like one of the things they kind of did was advertise that there was more storage space now. I don't know what the limit is capable of doing, but yeah, now you can store more things, and they mentioned something about storage, but I will get into that in a minute. So, one last thing before we jump into the talking about what came within the patch note here, more so from the actual horse's mouth of the content developer. They posted this, which was basically a post for new friends to be made. So this is just one of those things where if you want people to kind of go into town, you can go through this section here. Unfortunately, I can never do this because Facebook has this weird thing where you have to use your personal account, and I don't want people to know what is behind the mask because I like my anonymity. And especially because, as far as you know, they are discriminatory against scarecrows, but what can you do? So, anyways, besides this being a new update, they've talked more about the whole storage space, like what I've mentioned before. Now, something interesting is that they've basically teased that something is on the works. I think I know what it might be because it starts with a C. That's all I can know. But apparently this update will come in soon, and it's going to fix the whole space issue. And I think I know what it might be, but I'll hold my tongue on that for now. A new pack is coming into the game at the end of the month, or after the end of the event, which I'm going to talk about in game. And something interesting too that I've been told is that there is going to be a mid-patch update during this video, and within it is going to fix something for simulation. And I pretty much know what this might be. However, we're going to have to wait and see until that comes in before I can go ahead and say, that's exactly what it is. So, yeah, not much as far as information goes, but it is nice enough to kind of know what to be expected. So anyways, I've talked long enough, so let's go ahead and dive right into the game. This was taking place of the 5th of March.
Hello and welcome back. As you can see, I've moved the mask near the gazebo here because I saw this in their little advertising thing, and I thought this would be good to place. But we're literally coming back from where we last left off on the romance and rampage, and now we're on to the new event, St.Patrick's. I'm a punny guy. Instead of saint, it's paint. Whoo! Yeah, so I can understand why with the whole junk thing now. So the whole event seems like it's gonna center around the whole painting everything. So something tells me the water is probably gonna turn green or something's gonna go on with green, and they're gonna like, yeah, you know what would be great for this? Let's just have a fun paint battle with together. And they're like, yeah, let's do that. Let's have some fun with painting, because why not? That's gonna be my theory of what's going on here, of what I believe might happen. But we'll have to wait and see exactly. But I figured instead of just doing that and talking about that, this has been long overdue. So let's go ahead and get this boring safety stuff out of the way, and then we can continue on with this little event update thing. But yeah. Once the event actually lands, then it's going to be fun. But for now, let's just continue on with the quest and hopefully get some land so we can have some item space for the new item stuff, having the inventory stuff. Anyways, I digress.
Those are some funky vintage knee pads, Wednesday. I like them. Let's see if they work as well as your modern ones. Fancy a game of chicken? Like your grandma said, let's be safe. No explosions this time.
Nah, Parker's smart. She knows. Yeah, safety second because it's not safety first. But Pugsley, what are you doing back there? Why are you over here?
If we're going to have fun on bikes, we need to up the ante. Let's put down a ramp so we can do some death-defying leaps. You go first, Pugsley, just to show how it's done.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Wednesday.
Here I go.
Oh no, the poor boy. I think he fell down the hole. I'm only assuming. Place a small ramp, which is how much? 23. I can actually do that, but I have to do this. Ew, that is disgusting. Oh, God. Oh. The required items is dirty. Makes me want to heave. because that's just too much. Too much stuff. You don't need all of that. No, you don't. Mm-mm-mm. Alright, so now I have to figure out. So we need to find out. Wednesday or Kitty can do that, but then we need a lot of the glasses. So how much do we need exactly? So we need 9. So, you know what? I feel like all these people should probably just do glasses stuff. Kitty, can you actually... Let me just double check with him, because I don't think he can. Oh, he can, but you just do digging. You know what? I'm going to have Wednesday do that too, so that way I can get the skulls I need. And, her costume is front and center because they know. They're like, yeah, you're featured in this thing, so might as well get that done sorted. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff here to do. But yeah, so the new event, it's all about paintball. I've never been, but I've actually remembered people talking and doing stuff like that, so it should be fun. Also, yeah, nice juice. Alright, so should be fun indeed. Oh, you're useless, thanks a lot. Orphilia. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna do this stuff on my off time, and I guess I'll come back once the event's live, or if for some reason, by miracle, I get this ramping things up thing done, which I doubt. But if I'm done this, then that means I get to unlock this new area down here. So that's fun. I have enough stuff for that, just the currency. Oh no, but that plant and the trees are in the way. Great. I always love that. Why do they just put these stuff here? Why don't you just have an open space for me to just expand and decorate my town? I know you want the aesthetic thing, but it's so bad. Maybe their new game will actually not do that, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, that's it for now. I should come back once the event reveals itself in game. Well, the event has just, well, the update anyways has been uploaded. The St.Patrick's. And we're just going to take a quick look at what's been going on. Yeah, I haven't been logging in because, you know, nothing here. And there goes the snow. Goodbye, snow. Snow's gone. And now it's raining. It's like usual spring. So, something interesting is that we actually do get a bit of a introduction to what this event's supposed to be about. Yeah, she won't get her thing completed until tomorrow, the hope is, on Wednesday. But the what's supposed to be the story is that it is some sort of apocalypse, because apparently leprechauns are coming, and not sure how or why. It's interesting because I know Pugsley was like, oh, I want to find a leprechaun. Well, there you go. There's your wish. It's been 2 years too late, but hey, it's better than, you know, not having him come. So, yeah, leprechauns are coming. So in order to avoid it, they start doing this little game of paint war. And Wednesday has been preparing for Doomsday for a while, apparently. So that's the story of what's going on at the moment. Other than that, nothing really else to go for as far as character stuff goes. So I'm quite intrigued to see where this may lead, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Alright. Okie doke. Well, that's it for now. So we'll hopefully see what will this event bring us. But I guess we will I guess I'll come back tomorrow with the updates finally live, and we get to see all the updates of what is to come. So I will see you when we get there. So yeah, good luck with that. Okay, so the event hasn't started yet. This is like literally a few minutes ago, but I want to point this in here because this is a bit of a grievances with this whole a simulation thing. So, here's the thing. I was just like, looking at this and I'm just like, well, I don't need any of these, right? I don't want that. And one of them was this, and I'm like, well, I have too much of that, so I don't need that. So, I basically use this function here to kind of refresh it to something new, right? And in fact, you probably notice that there are some things over here to refresh and whatnot too, right? Well, here's the stupidity of it, okay? So, even after I did that, right? And I did all that stuff, I went into the simulation just to double check, do I have this one item? It's like, no, I don't. Okay, cool. So that way I can work on this item. Guess what happens? This stupid item comes back right here. And he's like, no. You think? No, oh, sorry. So all this, completely useless. Useless. Don't even bother with this. Because it's like, nah, sorry. Screw off. See this? You gotta do this again. You got millions of these things? Too bad. So, I know the lead developer is watching this video and all that stuff, and I already talked to him privately. But we need to fix this problem. You need to have it so that way it's more enjoyable to play with the simulation, because as of right now, I've just been pretending as if a simulation doesn't even exist. I'm like looking at this and I'm like, a simulation? Nah, Addams mansion only, right? Apparently, there's supposed to be something new getting added to the assimilation area to probably make it a little bit better, but I don't know. If they don't drop items, then I don't care. That's the way I look at it, right? At this point, this feature is useless. I want characters to drop this now, because this is just garbage. It's a nice little idea, but it failed in execution. That's just my grieving period, so hopefully when I come back, they fixed or addressed it or talked about it, and the event starts. So, yeah. Anyways, I shall be back with the event, hopefully. So, the low progression loading here means that the new event should be live now. Yeah, 794 stuff to get uploaded. So, St.Patrick's. This should be an interesting event, and I'm actually very surprised I ended up guessing this unknowingly. Basically in the sense of like, it's like, an apocalypse kind of like junkyardy type of thing. And it's like, yeah, technically I was kind of right, but not in the same vein. So I guess it's kind of like this. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I may have also accidentally guessed what the next event's going to be. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's like, it's like the guy who's doing this now. It's like two minds think alike. It's the weirdest thing. And let's just say I'm quite intrigued to see how they do St. Patrick's events, like items and whatnot being included. So let's see from first impressions if this is going to take over from the Valentine's Day being best, or is this going to drop in somewhat quality? Hopefully it's not the latter, but you never know with games like these. So, they've just updated to 805. I guess more stuff getting added in there. But yeah, this is going to take a little while just to get through, so I'll be back once everything is loaded in. Okay, that took a little while, but apparently it's done now. And yeah, I did not do anything just yet because I wanted to make sure I got this right. And yeah, so this is the theming here. Got like paint, which I'm guessing is the new stuff. By the way, this was what I was talking about before, this whole new look of the that. Yeah, this is what the preview is like. Here's the next event. And I'm just like, Frankenstein-y. That's the best quality. So what's this? I guess that's like paintballs or gumball machine. And we got paintballs. So I guess it's a paintball machine. Let's just put it that way. So first thing we can see is our reward is Paint Warrior Lurch. And our first item is the paint gun rack. Alright. So we got some stuff here. Mind you, you might be thinking like, what are these little things here? You call it, not cosmetics, but consumables. And they're just like, I don't count them. I count the items that most people only care about, which is costumes and decorations and items. So Yeah, just so you're curious there. So next item here is going to be the tire brigade. And you only get one of them. So, and yeah, I've seen that there are some costumes going on here, but we're going to leave it there. We got Paint Bombarder. I think that's what it is. Bombarder. It's supposed to be like solder, so bombarded as the dir. But the you get it. It's a soldier type thing. Whatever. For Morticia. There you go. Also, you got this funny like no leprechauns, and it's like the old leprechaun from the events past. So it's like those creepy little things. So that's nice. Paint puddle. So that's another item we get as interesting. Surprisingly, no premium. Oh, never mind. I was about to say no premium stuff, but there it is. So first thing, you got the paint trap, which is a spider web, and then we got the paint tree bucket. A tree bucket. I've words. What do you expect? Paintball wall. It looks kind of like army soldier kind of patterns going on there. Interesting. Got the paint bucket, which actually looks kind of cool. I like the theming of this. You know what this is reminding me of? This is kind of reminding me of like the green, everything like that. It's like very Monster Blood event. If you remember that, that was like an April Fool's kind of same apocalypse kind of thing where it's like, oh yeah, gas masks and green Nickelodeon slime. Same thing kind of thing here. You know, that's just me though. Giant paintbrush. So that goes with the the bucket, I guess. And this would probably be the last item, which is well, it doesn't really say what it is, but it's probably the tanker. It does drop something, so that's interesting. And of course, the last item we'll ever get is the stairs. So far, looking at this, it doesn't seem like we have a whole lot to deal with, but at the same time, there's only 3 weeks to this event, so maybe it's a good thing that there's not a whole lot, but we'll have to wait and see. So let's just see this right now. So we got the pink grenade. I thought it was supposed to be, a grenade, but no, it's a grandade. Okay. Paint bucket slingshot. We got the paint gun. And, great, I'm gonna have to do that. I guess that makes sense. I guess these are making sense. Paint weapon kit, okay. Paint brush sword. Actually, yeah. The paladin's shield. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Protected mask. Yeah, that also makes sense. Paint warrior equipment. Yeah, so far everything's making sense. Paintball pouch. Yeah, that makes sense. And paint rocket. Yeah. Okay, everything's starting to make sense, so that's good. Alright, so we can see a grand prize. Ooh, it's animated. Paint turret. And it's dropping like slime. It's just dripping from the news. Alright, so that's the golden, better look at the golden pass coin thing here. Not the coin. Key, not coin. What's wrong with me? Alright, so if we get... Ooh, I already see something. So we actually get something for Parker, but I'm starting to notice that there's this new fire thing that's supposed to be not like the whole ooh happy Thanksgiving. It's like ooh happy New Year. It's now it's like throwing out stink clouds, which means I'm curious if that's a new skin. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. All right, so let's see the platinum, which gives us Fester dummy. The centerpiece, which is actually a little bit more paintball-y, which makes sense. Got new outfit for the Paint Champion, which, by the way, Fester is going to be the one featured during this event, which I guess makes sense for him. Paint Warrior Grandma, the Dripping Cookie Box. So that actually looks kind of cool. That looks kind of creepy. It's like very Monster Blood event. I know. I keep on saying that, but it's like I can't help it. It's really bringing me back to Monster Blood stuff. Oh god, what is this? So let's see this. Paint supplier. That actually kind of looks cool for him. Oh, that is fun. At first, I was looking at the stick, and I'm just like, why does he have this big stick on him? And I'm like, oh, I get it, because he's a paintbrush. Oh, God. Humor. That's funny. All right, Vanilla Green paints, and there you get 2 of them. What does this drop? Oh, it drops us that, so that's nice. Actually, what is the drop percentage for these while we're at it? So it's 1% of the item, 14% of the cookie stuff, 14% of a dropped item, 16% of the actual event currency, 55% of that, and there's another 1% of the time. So that makes sense. That doesn't make sense. Unless it's 1% of an event item, and it is 1% of like an actual item. Unless that's a glitch, and that's an error that they've basically made a uh-oh with, but I don't know. Yeah, so far, surface impressions, not that bad. I'm actually looking forward to this. So yeah, we got that going on here, and it's advertising the one. Can we just go over here real quick? Let's just see this. Yeah, so it says painted gold pass, the premium pack, and yeah, so that's what they're going with here. Yeah, so we got that going on. Oh, and because I've saved myself the trouble, and it is a Thursday, the 10th, our good photographer friends here. So first things first, let me just see this. No, it's something new entirely. Okay. I figured as much, but I wanted to make sure. Alright, let's see this. Ooh, I like that. Again, more goosebumpy with the green slime. Viewers beware, you're in for a scare. Oh no! Oh no, she's drowning! Yeah, God, too much fun with that. Alright, so, now that we got... Ooh, look who it is! It's the Mario Pro. Goodbye. Also, Fester's stuck over here. Nice. Cool. Yeah, Fester's just outside the door. Outside of the... in the rain. Looking upset. Although I don't know why he would be upset because he's in the rain. It should be great for him. I hate how characters get stuck on things and then they're just there. It's like, yep, this is my life now. And this is where I'm going to live. No work, no point fighting life. This is my life now. You know, this is my fate. Oh! That's very anticlimactic. I didn't know that. Oh, this is the box, but yeah, I guess that's here it is. Looks kind of interesting. I still like the kind of 3D effect they got going on here with the boxes. So yeah, so we got that stuff. Oh, good. We got some of the gumballs. So we're gonna put the gumballs. I guess I'm gonna put the paintballs. I have to put it with lots of space, and currently that is nowhere. I guess I could put it here, depending how big it is. Hopefully it's not too big. Alright, so yeah, I know there's a centerpiece there. Alright, so paintball. Okay, so good. It's not that bad. Alright, so I'm going to have to find a place to put this, and I think I know where I'm going to put it once the event is done. But I'm going to hold off just for now. And paintball dispenser, as I figured, for $50 if you want. But there's no point in doing that because you keep on getting more of them. So, really, you'd be dumb if you do that, if you bought it, in my opinion. But, you know, that's you. That's on you, buddy, if you want to do that. Alright, so let's check out the costumes. So we know Orphelia, Thing, and Anti-Sloom don't got stuff because their check marks are there. So it's everyone else. So first things first, Gomez. So your costume is the Paint Warrior, as seen in the, you know, event screen. You need the paint ball wall to get us a shield, and it's hold the line. Alright, cool. Alright, so Morticia. We've already seen yours, which is the, you know, that. You need the Fester dummy, which means that you're going to have to buy the second pack in order to have her be useful. And it's throw paint grenades. Alright. Wednesday is interesting. She is the paint soldier. We got one of her costumes already. We'll get a paintball pouch and it stocks up, which, okay, makes sense. Now, Pugsley is something interesting because not only is there the paint soldier for him, but I was informed by the head guy. Now, at the recording of this time, he did not post anything as far as the quick update of like, oh, here's what's in this update as of yet. I think it's because he wasn't here today as far as work goes. So he might be coming in tomorrow to post that stuff up. So I'll see that in there. But probably one thing he's going to mention is that there will be a bundle coming up, which will have to be April Fools of all things. And I know the two characters are going to be featured. One of them is Pugsley. So let's see. There he is. Grim Jester. All right. So first things first. Oh, God. So he's the one who has to get the grand prize, quote unquote. And it is the recapitulating paint turret. And it gives us a paintball slingshot. I guess it makes sense for him, but that's kind of an anticlimactic reward. You know, usually an item that you get for that, you would get a good item for it. Like, say, for example, back in the Bitter Blizzard event. That one at least made sense because it's like, oh, you get the grand prize, the grand item, you know, and that's just like, yeah, that makes sense. But this one's like, no, you get slingshot. It's like, well, okay, but you need the item for it. That makes no sense. All right, let's see this. Oh God, the toxic whoopee cushion. The Let's Chaos Rain. Oh God, the flower poison, which is nice, but still, I can only imagine the type of gas that's trapped in that thing. I don't want to know. Oh God. All right, Fester, we know, is the paint champion, as you can see. Very messy. Paint gun rack, so he's the first person who's probably going to do anything, which is the recharging paint, which makes sense. Grandma, we've seen you, which is the warrior. You need the Valor Green paint, which means that we need to get you in the pack in order to be useful. Have a nice paint bath. Oh, that's going to be lovely. All right, Lurch. I think we've seen you. Yeah, you're the first person we're going to unlock if we get the gold pass, which is the paint warrior, which makes you look like you're a cyborg or like this totally makes you think of Mad Max in a sense. So it makes sense. Leprechaun Fountain, take a break. Okay. So there's going to be a deal at some point because I don't see the Leprechaun Fountain anywhere in the thing, which means that this is one of those special items that you need to get from a separate pack. You know, sometimes I do like the game as far as the contents of what's in there goes, and I get it, you need to make money and whatnot. But sometimes I can see the discouragements of people looking at something like this and going like, yeah, no. No, I'm not going to do that. Already seen your hilarious paintbrush outfit, which is funny. You need a paint puddle to do body paint, which I guess makes sense. And you drop us paintballs, which is like, nah. Nah. We have yet to see a character that can drop us a good item, like the actual, like, rockets, I think. But sorry, I might have already missed it, but actually, that might have been Fester now that I think about it. Let me just double check. And I'll go back to Parker in a minute. No, it's not him. Okay, so we have yet to see that yet. Okay, so we get to find out which character is useful as far as dropping us the grand item goes. So we got a paint warrior or paint soldier, I should say, for Parker. But Parker is the second character for this April Fool's outfit, which is the Kooky Jester. Alright. So I need the Tire Brigade, and it does the called attack. And what do you get? So the item that is the Jack in the Box gives us a battery, which is Vibe check. Oh God, vibe check. I can only imagine the whole thing. You see Parker, and it's just the vibe check. The meme, and the hand grabbing thing. I wonder if that's what's gonna happen, but we have to yet wait to see. All right, Kitty, is this Kitty? You have an item. Oh my God, the leprechaun. So let me guess, you're gonna be the event special character that's gonna drop us something here. That's the first time I've seen Kitty actually have changed his color and dyed his hair. Yeah, I figured as much. Dangerously chew toy. Okay. So he's the one who drops us the special item, and he's most likely gonna be in the pack that has the leprechaun fountain, which you need for Lurch. You would make sense. It would have made sense if it actually had Kitty to interact with it, but I guess not. But okay. And now we need Socrates, which we've seen him, which is the paint supplier, which is vat of green paint. So that's why there's two. Load paint tank. Alright, so I guess that makes sense for them. Alright. Okay, so that's all the characters as far as featured goes. Oh no, Morticia! Why are you freaking out now? Look at this. You don't know if you're going up or down. Man, I don't know where I'm going. The AI is broken. It got stuck. That's sad, but yeah, unfortunate. Alright, so we got this. Oh my God. This is totally Goosebumps vibes here going on. And I can already see there's like small turrets over here. But it's kind of like the weird placement of the board. I think it's blocking it, so it's kind of not showing the whole, taking priorities. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm just gonna have fun looking at you doing this because it's just hilarious. Anyways, I'm gonna ignore that. We're gonna pretend I'm gonna pretend Morticia's not doing that up there, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check out the box here, and we got some stuff here. We got this here, the spookyometer, the thing I hate now, the cookie box, which glad they remembered. Paint desires, which, you know what, actually, let me just do that right now. Actually, never mind. I don't have anything to do that right now. And of course, we have the event quest. And yes, Petunia is not here. She might be back next event, so there's that. And, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, so there's a bug right now. I've crafted something, and this should have been 1 out of 3, but it's not. So that and this is having an issue. Oh, sorry, thing. I didn't mean to do that. The stupid thing I was talking about here. So there's a bug going on right now that it's not, for some reason, it's not checking or like accepting that that's a thing. So that's something I'm gonna have to bring up to the team. So, right. So we got that going on here. All right. So let's check out the assimilation as well as the town. So let's just do a simulation first. But you know what? Before I do that, let's go ahead and just get a box ready. So let me just be back real quick. All right, so now we got another box, so that's great. As you can see real quick, there's actually no leprechauns on the top there. And this, like, I love the box, everything. It kind of fits the vibe, everything like that. And then, of course, it's green. It does the split. We've got a spooky spirit. We've got some paint gun and paint bombardment card. So that's good there. Righty-o. Now that we got that out of the way, let's check out assimilation. Right, so we're back in the simulation, and I don't think anything new has been added to this area as far as I know. Right? Yeah, so nothing yet. But something interesting that I think I've learned that they're going to try to do is that there might be something mid-patch that's going to kind of update this game. I'm going to make sure that during the mid-patch that they actually fix that error that's going on. So I'll make sure that they're note of that there. But yeah, that seems to be the case. So there is something kind of come up here. I'm not going to say what it is just yet, but I was informed what it might be. But they're currently having issues because of the whole how the game was coded. So I can guess that. Let's see the neighbor's town. Let's see if they actually updated the town with the new character from last year, the last event. So let's just see that real quick. All right, we're back here, and so far I'm not seeing the new house. So the answer being no. So yeah, they have yet to update this again. So that's fun. We're back in the simulation town because they recently added the new character. So we'll take a quick look into him. There he is right here. There's Dr. Flameby. Probably that's not his name properly, but I'm going to call him that. Dr. Flameby. The devil-looking man with fire for hair. Pretty much fits the Addams, if anything. But if we look at his house... Actually, this is interesting. So there's this mat factory, I guess, with this new one. And yeah, man, look at this. So this is all the new stuff for this update. Well, I mean, for number 11. Got the, what looks like Burning Woman of Margot. We got his house, which is actually kind of nice. I like how their houses is themed with the characters. And each one is unique with the way they look with everything. So you can tell, oh, where does the, where did this person live? The Onion Man. Oh, there he is. Stuff like that. So it's just interesting how they've kind of designed everything here. But yeah, color me intrigued with the design of the characters. I can't wait for them to finally fix the simulation so I can continue with this. Oh, when he sleeps, his fire goes out. Interesting. So if he goes back and, yeah, there he goes. So that's interesting. Little nice details there. All right, well, we got some of the key Addams anyways. Now we're just missing 2 members of the characters that were briefly mentioned. Actually, 3, now that I mentioned that. There were 3 characters that were shown in-game as NPCs. They have yet been in the game, so can't wait to see them added at some point. They're probably going to be coming up next, knowing them. So let's now go ahead back into our mansion and go into the new mansion to see if they updated that. So let's just see this real quick. Also, joke's on me. Apparently, the blue stuff, that was like, oh, maybe they had the blue things because we got these little crocodile stuff. Nope. They don't have the blue ones. It's just the greens. Yeah, so they have yet to update this yet. So I'm going to come back later on when they do, just to see what's going on. Because currently, right now, it's just the Valentine's Day stuff. So yeah, unfortunately, no sneak peek at what this new area is going to look just yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to change it to fit with this new apocalypse themed. So let's go back into our town. Well, it's the next day, and as we can see, they've updated the mansion. Let's take a quick look of what is to expect for this update. So one thing that's interesting is we get this sign here that says no leprechauns. Now, what would be interesting about this is this was the icon used last year, I think, and when they were building their leprechaun, it's like, oh, he's a dead leprechaun. So they were reusing that, which makes sense. But this has not appeared at all. So my guess is it's going to come with the pack with the, the fountain thing, which is right over here, which actually we're seeing Lurch animation for when we get that. We also have what looks to be the shirt here. Got some paint and animation stuff. We got the cloud. We have an animation with both Wednesday and Morticia. So we got a good look at that. We got an animation for Fester, which is actually kind of cool. Well, seeing what he's doing here is just kind of loading it up. We have what looks to be him, Pugsley, doing that. We have Parker getting herself ready. We have him most likely just avoiding getting shot, which makes me wonder, you could probably put this somewhere like with Parker with him to make sense. So that'd be interesting to kind of play around with, perhaps. Then we have doing this, which is funny, making an 8. We have what looks to be Kitty biting this, but apparently it's about to activate, and then he just smacks it. And of course, we got both Grandma and Socrates doing the animation here, which looks like Socrates is drinking it rather than actually putting it. Oh, I guess because he's part of the machine. I guess that makes sense here. And what's interesting is that you can actually have both of these use the same bucket here. So that's nice. So it's not really required, let's say, to use both, but they give you both anyways, just in case. We get a sneak peek at the grand prize, as it were, with the stairs. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like what he designed here. The only downside is that this is kind of blocking, the look, because for some reason this is taking priority over the stairs. So might be something to change. We get a sneak peek at our items exclusive for the April Fool's pack, which is this one here, which is the Nocturnal Gas. And of course, we got the Jack in the Box, which is right here, which is going to be used for Parker for her vibe check, which I wonder which animation they're going to reuse for that one, but I digress. But yeah, there's our sneak peek of what we can expect during this update, and hopefully I'll get all of them ready to go. I believe this is mostly everybody except for, and I'm trying to think who I might have missed, but most likely 1 or 2 people I've probably missed here. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, this might be all their animations now that I look at it. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we get to see what everyone does, so that's kind of cool. Anyways, I do like and dig the idea here what the items are going to get. So let's just, continue with the game and with the story and see where we can go from here. I said town and I meant to say mansion. I'm so used to these town builders that I'm just like, oh yes, town. No, not town, mansion. Oh, by the way, Morticia fixed herself, so I'm glad to see she's freed. I'm glad to see she's okay now. Alright, now that I think we've got that out of the way, let's open a normal box that's not fun. Yep, thank you. Oh, thank you. I forgot about the cookie box thing. Very fun. God, I hate that. It just... Oh, good, we unlocked Lurch if we had him, but we don't, so... Sadly, no. Alright. Need 5 of them now. Alright, now that I think we've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and play through this event and see what the narrative is. So let me just zoom in here so we get to see the Addams talk to each other. Alright, now let's see what goes on here. What is the story of this year?
What's got you looking so green around the gills, Fester?
I got an ultimatum from the deadliest loan sharks you could ever face.
Oh no, I already see where they're going with this. But at the same time, Fester, why do you need to borrow money from the loan sharks? You got the Addams is rich from beyond their need. What exactly did you need from them in the first place?
The Monster Mafia? The ghostly gangsters?
No, Fester. No, Gomez. Worse. Even worse. The leprechauns. Those little guys will stop at nothing.
So that's why the leprechauns are up. So that's the excuse they have. It's just like, yes, the leprechaun mafia. That's the first time I've ever heard that happen before. But God, okay, where are they going with this? Leprechaun loan sharks. Oh God. Place the paint dispenser and obtain 2 paintballs. All right, Fester, what did you got the family into this time? Ah, God. I can see why he's featured this time. He's like, I'm going to go after these paint loan shark leprechauns. I stole their money. They obviously, it couldn't be money. It had to be something else the leprechauns had that he needs. Hopefully they mention it and how stupid it's going to be. And like I said before, I think I know what the next theme is going to be for next event, but I'm going to hold my tongue just for now. I'm going to confront the creator on this to see if I'm right. And if I am, then yes, brownie points that I still know exactly. It's like, yes, I know what you think because I am what you think. But no, I digress. But yeah, I'm glad I'm having fun with this game as far as the update goes. So overall thoughts. Items I feel like are somewhat lacking. I do like the look and everything like that, so it's pretty good right so far. However, I'm gonna have to wait and see how I feel overall on this because there are some iffy things that I kind of have to question about whether or not why they are put there in the first place. But on the other hand, the story is going to be very fun and interesting. And, it has a lot of green slime and boogers type of liquids going on there. So, like the green ooze, let's put it that way. And I'm a sucker for green ooze because it reminds me of a game long ago that's no longer a good thing. Maybe it will be a thing in the future, but not now. Not at the moment. But yeah, this brings me back to the a certain event back in 2020. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes from here. Maybe it will win me over, but we'll just have to wait and see, play things out. But for now, that is it for this clip. And we'll see where we go from here. If we're going to continue on for a little bit longer, or if this will be the end clip, we'll have to wait and see. So, see you whenever. I just realized the Monster Mafia, the Ghastly, like the Loanshark Leprechauns. What is it with this guy? And he's like doing the Lemony Snicket approach, where he's like, he needs to have two things have to start with the same letter, right? It cannot be anything else. It's this weird pattern of behavior, but it's like, now I know. Now it's like, it's like Haunted Halloween. See? Ooh, 2H. But, yeah, okay. No, I'll give him that cleverness. But it's just funny how that's just the thing now. It's just like, oh God. Still, Fester, how could you?
One thing I found hilarious about Fester being stuck on the side here. Oh my God, Fester, you're moving? Oh my God, it's a miracle. You've decided to own up to your mistakes and move. For a minute there, I was just joking because he was there just because he was hiding from the Loanshark Leprechauns. But now he's a big boy. Now he's a man. Now he's gonna go. You know what?
I'm gonna go and fight them, Gomez.
And I'm sure that's what's gonna happen within this dialogue. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Actually, hold on a second. I think the audio is a little loud. Don't you think? Give me a. Sorry about that. Yeah, much better. Audio was a little loud for my liking. It wasn't at the temperature I wanted. So, you just need to obtain paintballs, which is right here. So, 1, 2. Here we go.
I think there might be a way to escape your leprechaun adversaries, Uncle Fester.
This will be interesting to hear Wednesday out.
You don't mean to admit they can't see you if you wear green on St. Patrick's Day?
Are you kidding me? They really can't see green. But they wear green. Does that mean they can't see themselves?
It's no myth. It's true. Except you have to make everything on your body green.
Okay. That's why the paintball thing is there. They're going to paint the whole thing green so that they wouldn't be able to see it. Okay, yeah, I can see where your logic is coming from here.
So, if I spray the family with green paintballs, they won't see a thing. Socrates, let's go to our secret supply room. It's time to put our plan in motion.
Oh no. The apocalypse begins. Alright. So that's interesting. You know what would have been great? Okay, cool. So we're up to level 9 now. We got our first item, so that's great. The one thing I was going to say is that, you know, if this game had, like, tappers, like other games did, I can totally see little leprechaun people kind of coming around, and you have to click on them in order to get little points. It's like, it would have been interesting. It's like, oh no, leprechauns are here. Tap on them. I don't know. It's just something that I figured would be an interesting thing to have, but whatever.
How did Wednesday disappear like that? What does she mean about her plan?
I don't know, Fester. You should probably not think about it. It's a great movie, by the way. You should watch it.
She's been preparing for an apocalyptic war since birth, Fester.
Why is it that her mom knows about this, but yet everyone else doesn't? I guess her mother knows best.
Yes, I doubt there's any eventuality she hasn't game planned in advance.
That's true.
I don't know if I should be touched by her concern or terrified of the possibilities.
Why not both? War Planner. Place the paint pistol rack. Obtain paint pistols. So, this will be easy to get, in my opinion. Actually, did I come across anything? No, I did not. Alright, well, that's good. Nothing too extraordinary just yet. And as you know, I'm a stingy man. I'm not going to buy until the bundles come in, the pricing. So, you know, I'm just going to wait here. You know, as long as it's going to take. So, next one's going to be the tire barriers type of stuff. And then I doubt it's going to be this. So, it's going to be paint bucket puddles. So, let's see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it's about 8 or 9 quests in, so just like usual, which isn't bad, by the way. A little bit of spacing there. It should be like this, but whatever. More room. Man, look how far I can just take this. Look at this background. It looks real nice. Gotta love the little attention to details here. But yeah, alright. I'll give it that. That is funny as all heck with this whole thing. But yeah, now we've basically explained why there's a paintball thing going on. Because leprechauns can't see green. That's why that's why they wear red, right? Fester's wearing red and Parker's wearing red because she's basically taking up with Fester's whole look. She's like, you know what, Fester, you're right. I should wear it red itself. Not this green, right? Is that why they pinch? That's why they pinch people who aren't green because they can't see you. I don't know. I guess they just like pinching people. Alright. Now, there's that. That eyeball's probably going to be fine. All the other eyeballs, though, you better watch out. It's going to pinch them out. Oh, man. Me and my dialogues. Alright, so we're just going to be in the making of this, and after we're done with the pistols, I will come back and do the usual thing, which is, you know, the usual things. Putting things down and continuing with the quest and hopefully getting stuff going. Friday is going to be, I think, later on today. You know, because this is the night of Thursday going into Friday. So, by the time I come back and probably wake up the next day, there should be a bundle deal going on. Either that I don't think they're going to down the price. But I think they might offer that kitty deal, so we'll just have to wait and see which one ends up getting offered to us. But I would not be surprised if there's some kind of deal going on. So, yeah, there's that.
And that will be it for this video here for part 1. I think is lengthy enough, and in the next part we're going to go into more of how they're going to save themselves from Fester, little antics, and see if they can survive the leprechaun invasion. Will they be able to succeed? Is this another ploy for Wednesday to get at her family? Who knows? We're gonna find out. But, yes, that will be it for me. So I've been Grim, and I'll be seeing you next time for whatever the Addams Family Mystery Mansion St.Patrick's have in store for us. So until then, as the saying goes, that's how Mafia work.